Hello everyone, this is Matt Bauer, and I am now going to go through the specifications, the modes, and use and runtime of the HC60 headlamp, which is our multi-sport headlamp kit. This specifically goes over just how to use the HC60 lamp. So I'm going to go ahead and just quickly again review. On one end, there's a cap that opens up the receiver for the battery. I'm gonna go ahead and put that in. It is polarity protected. So if you put in this battery the wrong way, it's just not gonna run. So that would be the first thing to check if you're having some problems with your light, it's not turning on. Now, it just happened here, and I'll show you what this is. This is the built-in multimeter, which is basically a light behind the mode button switch right here. Let me pull it back a little bit so it goes on focus. So this has a little blue light that is used to indicate voltage on the headlamp, and I'll show you what that is in a minute. On the other end, this is the cover for the micro USB port. The kit comes with the charging cord, micro USB charging cord, and obviously very simply you just plug it in and then plug it into any USB charging port, and it'll charge the battery. Charging time on the 3400 mAh battery is about 7 hours. So a little, a little bit less than an overnight charge. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and move the cord away. Okay, so the multimeter, I'm gonna go ahead and unscrew this again and maybe get a little bit closer to the camera. If we pull it into focus, there you go. And I'm going to unscrew the cap just a little bit and then screw it back on, basically to disconnect and reconnect, and you'll see it start to blink. That was 4, and that was 2. So the first set of blinks is before the decimal point. The second set of blinks is after the decimal point. So it was 4.2 volts. 4.2 volts is fully charged. There is a chart that comes with the instructions that will kind of give you an idea about the power level in the battery based on voltage. I've just used this a lot, so I know 4.2 fully charged. A lot of times, if it's been sitting around for a while, or if it's got, been frozen, it could be 4.1 as the max charge, and as the battery gets older, that will happen. So 4.1, 4.2, fully charged and ready to go. You're good. Now it starts to drop. It's like 3.9, you're medium-ish. 3.7, you're starting to die, and 3.6, 3.5, and you're completely out. Now the other thing that the multimeter will do for you is it will start to blink when the battery starts to die. Two things will actually happen. At first, this will start to blink blue, and then it'll blink faster as it's starting to die, and then gradually the light will just go out. The light itself will start to blink a little bit, and it'll start to drop in modes, so you won't be completely out. And I'll have a video of that up as well that you can refer to, where you can see how the beam pattern goes full go, and then after its time it'll start to like blink, flash a little bit, and then drop down to another mode, and it gives you more time in that mode. So you have a little bit of warning. It's not just going to die and then you're out. All right. So that's the multimeter. Now, as far as the mode switches, if you press and hold until it turns on, it's going to come on to the last mode that it was previously set at. So there's 5 levels of lumens on this light. There's ultra low, which is 1 lumen, and I'll go ahead and flip through that. So I'm just going to click, 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 click. Now I'm on 1. This is ultra low. So this would be a map reading, or you're sitting in your tent, something like that. I call it accessory lighting. Then you have your next step, which is low, 1 click. So this is 38 lumens, and this will run for 25 hours at 38 lumens. 38 lumens is plenty fine for me to go backpacking with. I can see the trail. This would be like a typical, headlamp that you would buy at REI, whatever, for backpacking would be about 40 lumens. All right, so the next step up from here is 210 lumens. Now 210 lumens is very bright, and I can ride at 210 lumens. I like it. I can see the wheel, I can see the terrain. It's, this is a floodlight, so it's got a 100-degree beam. It's a very full beam. Again, and so the test will show you how that beam is, but there's no hot spot on this light. It's just a nice, broad, well cast light. So when I mount this on my helmet, and again I put it out front and I turn it down just a little bit, I'm seeing everything from my wheel, out 90, 100 feet at my setting, which my setting is normally 420. Now that's a setting that you can ride tactical trails at, and I can ride with just this lamp. I do like to combine it with a bar mounted lamp, of course our Voyager Dash, and that light is a longer cast light, so I get some distance. And then this light here is my close-up flood lamp. When I turn my head, I can see terrain. When I'm turning into a corner, it's going to turn with me. It's the best combination in my opinion, and I think you should ride it for yourself and test it out and see what works for you. But it's a great combination with the bar mount light and then a floodlight. But I can just ride with a floodlight, especially if you're going to be in wooded terrain. So if you're in wooded terrain and you don't have any open spaces, you just really casting out 2,000 lumens doesn't do you a whole lot of good, because the trees are going to obstruct it. You're just going to get a lot of shadowing and that kind of thing. Where the headlamp is going to be right where you need it, and it's going to be the light that you need. So there again, at 420 lumens, that's a nice combination of giving me distance and giving me everything close up, good floodlight. 210 lumens, which is where this is set right now, definitely can ride around town with it, if I'm street riding, if I'm on just regular dirt roads. This is great, and it's going to be plenty of light for you. And I have a lot of people tell me they actually like the 210 lumen setting because it doesn't blow out their eyes. Okay, so 210 lumens, this setting right here, a rideable setting, 7 hours and 15 minutes on one charge, okay? 7 hours and 15 minutes. All right, the next step here up is going to be 420 lumens. That's what I ride at. If I was doing an endurance ride or an adventure race or something like that, I'd probably be at the 210 lumens. But if I'm just out riding for the night, 420 lumens gives me a little more distance, gives me a little more fill brightness, and this will last for 2.5 hours at 420 lumens. Okay, the last setting is 1,000 lumens, and this is incredibly bright. Here again, if I was just going out for an hour, which is what this lasts, 1 hour at 1,000 lumens, I'd probably jack it up to 1,000 lumens. There again, it's not just going to die at 1,000 lumens and leave me stranded. It's going to drop down to a lower setting and give me a little bit of time to get out, which you can see in the beam profile video that I'll have up on the website for you. Okay, so that's 1,000 lumens for 1 hour. And I'm just going to cycle back through. So this is ultra low, low, mid, high, and what they call turbo or ultra high, which is 1,000 lumens. So back down, right here, ultra low, 1 lumen, 680 hours, 38 lumens, hikeable. You can use it for climbing as well, that kind of thing. 25 hours at that setting. 210 lumens. This would be like your highest end, normal headlamp that you're going to get at REI or something like that, and have a separate battery pack in the back of your headband. This doesn't have this separate battery pack, which makes this great. 210 lumens, 7 hours, 15 minutes. 420 lumens, my normal riding setting, 2.5 hours. You can ride technical with this, downhill, no problem. 1,000 lumens, super bright, it's more than I typically need. 1 hour at that. And then back down, and I'm just gonna set it here at 38 lumens again. Okay, so other modes. Again, press and hold, and it's gonna shut off. Press and hold, and it's gonna come back right where I had it, okay? If I put this up another level, by just doing a single click and not pressing and holding. Then I press and hold again until it shuts off. Press and hold again, it comes on to that same setting. Okay, so blink modes, or what they call special modes. I'm gonna go ahead and turn it off. From the off position, give it 2 quick clicks. and now I'm in special mode, okay? So this right here is strobe, super bright. You're gonna be recognized coming down the road at this, by the way. Just give it a single click, and it'll go to the next special mode. All right, so this is SOS. So if you were in trouble, or if you just wanna be a little bit different on the road, you can turn on SOS. One more click, and it's in beacon. And this is what I'll typically use. So if I'm on a road and I have some traffic, that kind of thing, I'll put it on strobe, and it gives a nice burst, and it really gets the attention of someone who's driving, that, hey, you know, what's that coming up? You're going to see it, they're going to see it. There's also some research that says that blinking can make it difficult for drivers to gauge your distance from them. So the faster it's blinking, they kind of, you know, they can't tell, you know, how far away you are because they can't properly judge it. A constant beam is better for that. But this way, what I have is I have a bar mounted light that's always on, and it's my, you know, my riding light, and I have my headlamp on, and I'm in somewhere where there's going to be some traffic. You know, I can put this on strobe, or I'm sorry, not strobe, but beacon, and beacon's just going to give an occasional flash, and you know, I believe that that's a kinder warning to other drivers and a little bit less annoying, and also helps them gauge the distance with the bar mounted constant light, as well as a little bit less annoying headlamp beacon. Okay, so if I press and hold, this will go off, and now when I press and hold, it goes back on to the same solid light setting that I had on before. So it doesn't have a memory with the special modes. It only keeps the memory of the constant light. Okay. All right. So I'll go over a couple other specs with you. So the maximum beam distance with this is 117 meters. That's where the light will appear visible. Okay, 117 meters, which is what, like in feet, 3 times that. The max beam intensity is 3400 CD. Max runtime, you know, you already have it on there. You can see or we've already talked about that. It runs a Cree XM L2U2 LED bulb. The battery is, of course, an 18650 battery, which is included. It's a 3400 mAh battery. It has special modes. The beam color is white light. Okay. The weight on this is actually 98.5 grams. I think I might have quoted something less than that in my other video, but it is 98.5 grams. It's rechargeable, and it is submersible. So again, 1.5 meters ANSI rated, impact resistant, and 2 meters submersible, again ANSI rated, and all the lumens have been FL1 tested and approved under laboratory conditions. So this is no BS, okay? And the battery too is no BS. It's, you know, we all know, or I shouldn't say we all know, but if you know lights, you know that any good battery is typically a rebranded Panasonic, which is what this is. It's a great battery, all right? And that's how you use the HC60 headlamp. Hope you enjoyed it.